the Goliaths, using, how do you win hearts and minds? What sort of tactics do you use? And do aliens play any role in any of this?
Aliens. So there used to be a time when you didn't have the internet, and so when we were building Virgin, we had to, well, we didn't have to, but I loved April Fool's Day. I loved doing fun things to put our companies on the map, but also just have a fun time myself and make people smile. And one year, many years ago, we built a UFO, as you do, and we took off on April Fool's Day at 4 a.m. in the morning, and we flew over London, and the radio stations lit up. The police were not just one set of police, but the police from 3 different areas were called out. The army were called out, and we flew the UFO down across London, down the motorway. All the cars stopped. Every single person got out of the car. There was people standing, looking up. I don't know. Have we got a picture of the UFO we could put up?
Oh my God.
The light would disappear. There would be what looked like the lights that would come around it, and it would disappear. It was a UFO. Anyway, so we land in a field outside Gatwick in a foggy field, and the police surrounded the field, and then the army surrounded the police. In England, they don't have guns. We don't have guns. So the first thing that a UFO saw, and we were just looking out to a tiny little thing, was this English policeman called a Bobby, with a truncheon, walking towards the UFO. Now, who's the girl from ET who was here on the boat 2 days ago? Drew Barrymore was here 2 days ago, so we were just talking to her about this. Anyway, so just like in ET, the door comes down very slowly as this policeman's coming, and we're pumping dry ice, which is pouring out. And we had a friend of mine who's 3 foot or 2 foot 6, 3 foot tall, had our own version of an ET outfit on, and he walks very slowly. And this English policeman just runs. In America, you would never do that because you know it gets shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I then came out, and initially the police didn't see the fun of it. I was arrested and for wasting the army's time, the police's time, messing up the motorway. Anyway, but within an hour, the chief of police. I was in my early 20s. Nobody knew who the hell I was. But anyway, the chief of police decided he found it funny. Let's just but we also, we also did things more overtly, to pull the legs of our bigger competitors. But British Airways did everything they could to put us out of business. There's a film, a series of a 5-part TV series coming out with Andrew Garfield acting yours truly, about the lengths that British Airways went to put Virgin out of business, called Dirty Tricks. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I heard one day that British Airways were having problems getting the London wheel up. It was lying flat on the ground opposite the House of Commons, the big wheel that is now there, but it hadn't been put up yet. And it was 6:30 in the morning. I get a call and we had just started a little airship company just outside London. So I rang up the airship company, and they scrambled the airship, and all the world's press were there to watch this wheel being erected, and the airship flew over the wheel with all the world's press, and this was the airship. Anyway, you can see why PA weren't very happy with us. But yeah, we got the headlines that day, and they didn't.
There's been a